I believe there is an invisible realm that exists simultaneously with us here in the realm that we can visually see. I believe that we are all born into this life with our own personal guardian angel that is assigned to us for guidance and protection throughout our lifetime. I also believe that we may sometimes have a whole team of divine helpers and at other times not as many, depending on our needs and personal lessons that we are here to experience. I like to refer to this team as our own personal divine posse. I believe that if you take the time to develop a relationship with them, that they are speaking to us all the time. We just have to learn the language in which they speak. In times of emergency or urgent need, we may actually hear their voice, typically in my experience, a voice right outside your ear. They may also telepathically speak to you by infusing ideas within your mind, or possibly by a feeling such as goosebumps. At other times, they may even step in and take over for a moment to prevent a situation that may be harmful or dangerous, such as an accident. There are many authors that have written beautiful accounts of their direct experiences with these angelic helpers. They will teach you how to develop a personal relationship with these divine, beautiful beings. There are those that are gifted with the sight to actually see them. I read a beautiful article, an excerpt from a book by Lorna Byrne, where she describes that she has never seen a human being on this earth that does not have an angel with them at all times. There are also numerous accounts of near-death experiences where the subject is able to return to their human life to give us a beautiful description of the angels and divine beings on the other side that are readily awaiting us when we transition. I would highly recommend reading books on this subject, for they always give profound words of wisdom that help us navigate through this life. Anita Morgiani wrote a book called Dying to Be Me, which is her incredible story of being on her deathbed with stage 4 cancer, having a near-death experience, and returning to completely heal and recount the profound experience and words of wisdom she learned on the other side. I believe there are people known as psychics and mediums that have come into this life with a special gift where their intuitive sense is highly developed. They are here as messengers to give us the help and guidance that we need and could all use from time to time. Mediums are blessed with the ability to connect with our loved ones that have passed over and give us messages directly from them. I have learned that most often our loved ones just want us to know that they are okay and that they are still with us in spirit. I also believe there is a group of human beings that have come to this earth at this particular time to aid in the spiritual awakening that has been taking place since the early 90s. These individuals may be referred to as light workers or old souls. Their sole purpose in this life is to help usher in the new age of spirituality, helping folks stretch beyond the box of strict religious dogma and open their hearts and minds to a philosophy that creates unity instead of separation and superiority. There is the newest generation of kids called the Crystal Children. These children are highly intuitive and enter at a very high vibration. Both lightworkers and crystal children have a natural and innate connection to the divine realm. We come into this life with many ways to connect to this invisible realm beyond the thin gossamer veil. We all have the ability to develop a relationship with these angelic beings. It starts with a desire and an open mind to take the initiative to delve into the unknown, an openness and desire to believe in something purely on faith. There are so many wonderful ways to start this journey. Reach out, be cognizant of the messages and synchronicities that lead you in new directions. Ask for guidance from the realm beyond your sight. Take advantage of all the movies, documentaries, books, and audio that have been written and produced on all these different subjects. Then watch how your life unfolds to the mystery and magic that living with the desire to be open and have faith in the unknown brings. When you tap into the magic of universal guidance, you realize that there is no such thing as coincidence. It is called serendipity or synchronicity. Our lives are full of divinely orchestrated miracles on a daily basis. It is in the learning via the language of the universe that you become a part of the beautiful and magical way that you are led down the destined path of your life. The thought that pops into your head out of nowhere, the opportunity that comes up at the perfect time, the perfect message in a song on the radio or TV just at the precise moment you turn it on, the stranger that randomly says the right thing at just the right time, your loved one or friend that calls just as you were thinking of them, the verbiage on a license plate that validates what you are thinking right as it comes into your view. We are surrounded by a host of divine helpers universally as well as personally, and they are constantly speaking to us. Our job individually is to tune in and learn the language in which these universal beings speak. Accidents typically are no accidents. They usually carry a message. Our homes and vehicles are infused with our personal energy, which will often carry various messages that help guide and direct our lives. Pay attention to the subtle and repetitive ways that try to get your attention. If ignored, these messages become louder, stronger, and more profound. Learn to decipher the code. Make metaphors out of what may be passed off as an accident or tragedy. It's usually trying to tell you something. Dig deep, contemplate, and try to figure it out, and know that you are never alone. Again, we come into this life with our own personal angels and guides. We gain more guidance at times of need and float along with only a few at other times. But what is for sure is that we are always taken care of. We are always guided and always protected, especially during times of strife or danger. Remember that we are here in this life with free will, so realize that in most times they will sit back and wait to be asked for their help. They cannot interfere with choices, but they will protect when needed and intercede when asked. As with God, these divine helpers will show themselves through serendipitous and synchronistic ways. Learn how you are being helped and guided. Learn the language in which these divine universal energies speak to you, and always give thanks. It promises to be an amazing, fulfilling, and awe-inspiring life as you bask in the miracles and magic of the divine and knowing that you are never, ever alone. I will end with a message from love entitled, Ask and ye shall receive. Ask and ye shall receive. But the way that you shall receive will not be in conventional ways. So think outside the box, because the ways in which I answer your prayers will never be the way in which you may think it shall be. So learn, my children, to expand your minds so that you are able to decipher my ways of teaching. This is so you will always know that it could and does only come from me, your Father in heaven, and my array of divine helpers. I have many divine helpers that come in many forms. Take the time to connect and create a personal relationship with them. They are all awaiting your attention and acknowledgement. My children are always surrounded by their own personal group of divine helpers. It is a promise and a gift that I have given to each and every one of you that has chosen to live a life on planet Earth. This lifetime for most of you is filled with many life lessons, some harder and more tragic than others. Know that always, whatever you are experiencing is exactly on time and on purpose for whatever was decided prior to you coming into this life here on Earth. That you have all agreed upon the comings and goings of your interaction with each other. Know that if you feel a special bond, it is there for you to recognize and have the gift of remembering each other in your hearts. This creates special and wonderful relationships. Likewise, those that you may be resistant to is there for a reason as well. Listen to your feelings and be cautious of creating relationships with these folks. They come into your life for the opportunity to learn and experience your intuitive sixth sense. Learn to listen to your gut, your barometer that is gifted to you to help you stay on path. All these things, my loves, are all part of the journey you have agreed to take part in for many different reasons. Some for personal growth, and some for the aid of others, helping them on their own personal journey of growth and awakening. Other times for karmic purposes, and sometimes to just plainly experience life as a spiritual being in a human body. For all these reasons we interact, come in and out of each other's lives exactly on time and on purpose for the growth and experience of all, ultimately leading you to find me in your hearts and in your souls and in your lives. I love all my children the same and know and understand the purpose and the journey of each. Please always know that there is truly no judgment on my part with you. For what unconditionally loving father would have judgment on his children when he understands everything they are trying to accomplish, doing this with amnesia, living in a nurse school that is so very dense and difficult to navigate through? Always, all is well, my children. All I ask is that you truly do the best you can with the limitations and tools that you are born into this life with. The rest is just a journey of love and forgiveness, ultimately finding me within the hearts of you. You are my shining stars, so go out and live your life to the fullest, dropping fragments of love everywhere you go, every step you take. Teach my word to your fellow brothers and sisters, so that they too may feel my love within. Don't try to figure life out. It's not meant to be figured out. It's meant to be lived in the here and now as an adventure, one day at a time, one moment at a time. Give thanks to the beauty and freedom that is bestowed upon you. Rejoice in the here and now and just love. Love life, love people, love experiencing what the new day brings. You are my light and my love. Through all of my children, I bask in the experience of experiencing life through you. The you of me, united as one. So go enjoy this days with eyes wide open and ears clear to hear the language of the universe that pours out of your very soul and surrounds you every moment of every day.